Thank you.
Hey, Andy, if the
That guy was a great player. You remember him?
I do remember him, actually. He was really good.
Really good.
If the shoe was on the other foot here and you were a coach trying to beat a team for a third time, or trying to beat a team for the first time in 3 games, how do you approach that game?
Obviously, you're going to do whatever you can to create some motivation, but I don't think when you get to tournament time, if you're trying to motivate your team, you got a bad team. So I don't think that's going to be an issue. And I can guarantee you this, neither of those teams are thinking at all about us right now. They're thinking about their first round game, and then their attention will turn to the Rebels once they get through with round 1. And honestly, I think it's an advantage. Now, long term, having to win 5 games in 5 days is pretty tough to do. But I do think it's an advantage for whoever comes out of the first game versus us tomorrow, because they have had an experience on the court. They've seen the ball go in, and they've obviously won. And I think that helps them in the start of tomorrow's game.
I saw Dre moving around pretty good. I mean, is he going?
Yeah, I mean, it's game time. He practiced today. We've done some stuff to try to help him alleviate some pain. This is an issue that's going to have to be dealt with in the off season. But I would be surprised if he wasn't ready to roll tomorrow.
You said Saturday you thought your guys were kind of tired. What did y'all do early in the week just to get rest?
You know, we gave them Sunday completely off. We haven't done a lot of bone-on-bone physical contact. When you look at our bodies, you know, we got a pretty skeletal crew, especially with Dre not being able to go. So we've just tried to do enough things to keep them in rhythm, and more film watch, more light reps than actually going bone-on-bone.
Is there a big difference from a rematch to a third meeting?
You know, and I'm not even really thinking of it in that regard. For us, it's just about, okay, this conference tournament presents an opportunity, and I want our guys to play well and see what can happen. It really doesn't matter who's next on the agenda. We're familiar with both teams as they are us, because we played them both twice. And then obviously in Missouri's case, here recently, within the last week or two. So, for us, it's just I hope that we can come out and play well.
Do you think just the fact that you guys aren't in, and that can help you guys play looser, knowing you're not really losing anything? Can guys play looser that way?
No, I don't know. I think we're in a pretty good place. We're coming off arguably our best win of the season, and beating a good quality South Carolina team, and doing it without Dre even having a uniform on, and TD. He didn't hardly play because of the fouls and what have you. So, we got great contributions. I thought it was Cephas's best individual performance in over a month. I thought Breein Tyree continues to show great promise for his future. And, I think our guys are in a pretty good mindset approaching this week and this opportunity.
You ever talk about just the parallels that you draw from that 2013 team that played here, where same position, you had to win it to get in, things like that?
You know what? I didn't think we had to win it that year. I thought we had to get to the finals, and I really think it's the same case this year. When you start looking at numbers, our biggest void is the lack of quality wins or top 50 wins. And what this tournament is going to do, it's going to provide those opportunities if you can get through Thursday night. But we've seen how terribly inconsistent we've been in a lot of different areas. I'm not thinking about anything but trying to win Thursday to get to Friday.
Has this been a weird season, kind of to where the team doesn't find a flow to it? It's win-loss, and like a couple wins, couple losses.
It's been really strange for me, but every year, has its challenges. This year, usually you can find your formula, and that is pretty steadfast. Especially when you get to late January, you say, hey, if we do these things, we have a chance to be successful. But with us, with the personnel issues, especially at our guards, and then we've just had a lack of depth up front, so we really had to be creative in trying to help Cephas and trying to find ways to be productive with our front court. But really, from the Dre situation or the Rasheed situation, it's kind of thrown us out of rhythm a little bit. To me, the season never really has seemed to have found its rhythm, and that's odd when you're talking about having played 31 games. You would think you would find a rhythm, and despite us winning, I guess, 7 of our last 10, I still don't think like the season has truly found a rhythm.